Every transition in my life has been a transition that I did not plan, but that the Lord has had His hand on, and now that I look back at them, say that's exactly the thing that I needed to be doing. Taught preaching and worship and leadership for 10 years at Trinity, which I didn't plan to do. I pastored a little church in the city of Chicago, which I didn't plan to do. And all of that came together, and I loved it, and I had been at that for about 15 years, and I got a funny little phone call from this church in Lafayette, Indiana, where I had started all this process. 4 months after I got there, they slid a letter across the desk asking me to leave, paying me 6 months severance as long as I keep my mouth shut and leave quietly. And the Lord put His hand over my mouth, literally. It was almost physical. He put His hand over my mouth and said, "You will not speak, you will leave." But it was the most amount of shame I have ever felt in my life. And it completely devastated me. And the Lord said, "Good." You know, the Lord used that transition in my life to break everything about me down to zero. Because you're not going to be able to move people's hearts forward if you don't understand your own. And that's the passion behind that book and behind everything I do now, is to figure out how to make you understand how your heart works so that you can be the most healthy person you can be. The one person who probably should have been respected more than anyone else, the one who should have been valued more than anyone else, that person dropped every one of his entitlements and he got nailed to a cross. So you can stand at the foot of that cross and drop your own entitlements. And when you drop your entitlements to those things, you're freed up to act out of wisdom and inspiration and out of peace. 100 years from now, it's not going to really matter whether you ran that company or not. What's going to matter is whether you led people to Jesus and whether they led people to Jesus after them.